I have my experts coming in, and I want to ask them something. They don't know that I'm going to ask them about this. So Chris and Nick and Joel, I want to go to, while they're coming in, I want to go to Chancellor out of Tampa, Florida. Chancellor, thank you for calling. Happy Men History Month.
Jesse, who won't listen to you?
Chancellor, happy Men History Month.
Who exactly gonna listen
Chancellor,
to you?
stop sounding like your mama, boy, and talk to me like a man.
Jesse, you sound like...
Just like his mama. What's wrong with him?
That's horrible.
I know. He sounds just like his mama. Act like it, now you're going crazy.
That was short.
I missed it. I didn't get to hear it in the headphones.
It might be worse because when his mom called, she was calm, a little bit more calm than he was.
A little bit, not much. That boy sounds just like her.
Horrible.
That was fast. I missed it from walking there to here.
Oh, Jesse, right?
That's horrible.
Jesse. Amazing. So, Nick is here, my producer, better known as the Anchor Baby. James is getting the phone, so just be patient, folks. He'll get them for you. Chris is here, the white boy.
Good morning.
For white men who consider suicide when the rainbow wasn't enough.
What?
For white boys who consider this suicide when the rainbow wasn't enough.
You'll have to explain that one to me
I will.
later.
Joel, he's black, my audio engineer. And James, the hate report, getting the phones.
May I?
Yeah. Because I don't know if Jane can hear me or not.
Wait, let me just...
He's sitting there like a knot on the log.
James, can you please get the phones? Nice.
Let me go and get James' attention. I'll be right back. No, just 1 minute.
He wasn't out there.
He's probably in the bathroom.
He's what?
Lord have mercy.
No.
So it's okay. We're gonna hold it down. So.
Oh.
What's up?
Lord.
He's not there.
Why not?
Probably in the bathroom.
Just hold on, folks.
Stepped
James
away
is
or something.
coming. He'll be there. I think he went to the toilet. What?
Nothing.
I told you he stepped away.
Oh.
Don't go. Don't worry. We held it down.
What?
We were very interesting.
So there's this woman by the name of Tomi Lahren.
Yep.
That's her name?
Uh-huh.
And she is a political commentator, a conservative lady. I like that. And she was on YouTube the other day, and she was criticizing men. And I watched it last night. Of course, my staff sent it to me, and I watched it last night because I wanted to comment on it. But I wanted to hear what they think about it first. Have you guys heard what I thought about it yet?
No.
Have I said anything to anyone? One of you? If I just don't remember.
We talked about it a little bit
You
yesterday.
and I talked?
A little bit yesterday.
Oh, yeah, sure did, as you were leaving.
Yeah.
Right, I remember now. I want to play a portion of it and then get you guys comment on it.
Well, so we do have the full video, but we can pause and stop. So
Okay.
Let
So
me
we'll
know
go-
when you want to stop.
We'll go through it and we'll comment on it.
All right.
We can pause it.
And James is in the toilet, so when he come out, he'll get the phone. So y'all just be patient, those on hold. So here is a portion of what Tomi Lahren had to say about men.
What's up? I'm gonna let you guys trickle in before I
Already.
start talking because this is important.
Yeah.
She's got something to
So,
say.
waiting for you guys to get here. So normally I do final thoughts and I do Instagram lives and I do rants about politics. There's plenty to talk about in politics right now. Do it every day. It's a great time. But something, as of recently, has been on my mind. And I consider myself a teacher, a helper, someone who could possibly inspire people to be better. So with that being said, this is a PSA for all the men out there and all the boys who think they're men, but they're actually boys. This is going to be the summer of canceling boys. Now, from my own personal experiences and the experiences of all of my friends, which range in age from 24 to 36, we've all got issues. Now, I will also say this. All of my friends are attractive. All of my friends are successful. All of my friends have something going on. Almost every single one of them have an issue with men. And you have to start looking at that and thinking, if an age range of that many people, including myself, living really all over the country and being blonde, brunette, short hair, long hair, I mean, tan, super white, super pale. I mean, these women range in every body type and everything. They're all successful, they're all intelligent, they're all good people. But if all of these women, including myself, are having issues, then I have to think, it might not be us. It might be you. It might be men. It might be men. Now, I've often talked about the pussification of America and how men are no longer men. I talk to my mom about this a lot, and she says, well, maybe it's just the guys in Texas. Maybe it's just the guys in Los Angeles. Maybe it's just the guys. It is not just the guys in Los Angeles, Nashville, Dallas, and they're not any better in the Midwest. They, quite frankly, I think they're trash all over this country, and the age range of about.
So pause really
That's a
quick.
good part to pause it at.
Number one, what is pussification? I don't know what that means. I know y'all,
It's like
the
simp.
millennials have all type of thing going on for them. I'm sorry, I just don't know.
You know how she's trying to cancel boys? She's like, this is the summer of canceling boys. She's saying all men have become boys by that process, the pussification.
What is that, though, exactly?
It means you're weak,
And
Simp.
Oh,
like a
Beta.
woman.
like a woman, yeah.
Yeah.
oh, I see.
It actually refers to a woman.
Right.
The pussification, referring to the female genitalia, meaning the boy is like a woman.
And what do you think about that? What she just said so far, Chris?
Oh, I think it's absolutely hilarious because she really is just projecting all of her problems onto men. She's even saying boys as if boys are the problem. Boys, like children that are under 18, like give them a break. They're children, and she's like slamming them, canceling them. But it's just she's going about it the wrong way. Had she said something more along the lines of men are having problems. Actually, I take that back. She's a woman. She shouldn't be talking about this at all. Sorry, I was going to say something more, something more reasonable, I guess. But it's not reasonable at all. I take that back. She shouldn't be talking about this. She should have a private conversation with someone that she's having an issue with, her ex-boyfriend probably. She's probably dumped. And that's that. She doesn't know what she's talking about.
What do you think about so far what she said? Men are pussification, and she's so wonderful. And all her friends are so
All
wonderful,
my friends,
beautiful.
ages 24 to 30. She's 28, by the way.
Right.
I
Oh,
looked
she
it
is.
up.
Ooh, TikTok.
Oh, no wonder she took.
Anyway,
She's that old.
she's
What do you
I
think
see
about
her talking, right? And
Yeah.
I see this girl. She's like blonde. She's talking, but really, what I'm really seeing is some woman with heels, and she's got a man under her while she's grinding her heel as she's saying this. She's just like, and so men, and she's like grinding. That's what I'm really seeing, right? And she's like destroying this man under her.
Amazing.
She's like so mad. She's definitely mad.
What do you think so far, Joya, up to what you've heard?
For one, I think she's ticked. She's so upset for whatever, maybe a heartbreak. We don't know, right? We don't
Right.
really know. But so far, what she said, she's put her successful, beautiful, intelligent friends on a pedestal. For one, all those things are empty. They don't mean nothing. Successful, intelligent, beautiful. That's sending women in the wrong direction by even saying that, as if that's something that women should look forward to. So I think it's already just revealing her true colors.
Amazing. Let's go.
20 to I think about 55, maybe even 60. A lot of men are trash. A lot of men don't know how to treat women. A lot of men don't know how to really, quite frankly, pull their heads out of the sand and pay attention. So I
Stop
am
it.
going to help you.
Stop it.
And these are some of the things that
What does she mean, Joya? A lot of men don't know how to treat women. Pull their head out of the sand. What is that about?
I think that it's because her and her friends are the type of women who have such huge egos, so they're difficult to deal with. And then the men that they're dealing with are weak men. So, they're choosing beta males, but then they can't handle them. But then what she's saying is that, they're calling us difficult, but they're weak, is what she's trying to say. So they're saying men pull your head out of the trash or whatever, men are trash. But she's not realizing that women 60. Are just...
All the way up to
difficult.
60.
She's like, most men, all the way up to like between like something like 20-something to age 60 are trash.
She straight up said all adult males, basically.
Pretty much. But she's not a feminist.
You're
Like,
pissed.
but what does she mean weak compared to what?
Well, she may be referring to, like, I don't know, men can sometimes they just don't know how to deal with women, I guess, if she's picking the beta males, right? But then she might be scorned because she's also picking, when she goes for what she thinks is like a strong man, he's got like other women too.
So is she saying men are weak compared to she and her friends?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because, she's going to be, because she's educated, successful, and good looking and all that stuff, she's going to then get another man that's also like that.
Exactly.
But again, that's all well and good, but it means nothing if you don't have, if you don't respect the natural order, if you don't have, God truly in your life, then it really means nothing. Because it sounds like to me that she's like at the door. She might have the conservative talking points down, and she knows about God, and she might say she's a Christian. But it sounds to me like she's missing the true foundation of it. But yeah, she's using the filler. That's what makes the man. He's successful. He's good looking. He's educated. That's what makes a good man. And that's not the case.
I bet she runs them off too. She finds one like that.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. And I think she says all men because even the weak ones and the strong ones, even the weak ones, she doesn't want. And then when the strong ones come and try to correct her and tell her how she should be, she probably doesn't want either.
Amazing.
Or she runs
right. They can't handle me. That's why
she runs them off, or
they run away.
They want to change
cheat.
me.
Or
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are actually single? That is the first question, believe it or not, that needs to be asked. And ladies, you should be asking it, because in 2020, it's not a given anymore that a guy that's actively pursuing you is actually single. So that's the first thing.
There you go.
The second thing that I think is very important that men don't seem to understand. There are very few women out there, and I'm speaking from personal experience as well as from all of my friends and all the women, quite frankly, that I talk to. There is not a woman out there that wants to be your pen pal. She doesn't want to get your texts, your good morning texts, your good night texts, your random through the day texts, if they don't follow up with a plan to actually, here's the kicker, in person, hang out. Now, I know what you're saying. Oh, it's COVID. People can't hang out in person. This has not been a 4-month problem. This has been a 5-year problem that I've experienced with men, and my friends have experienced with men. Women do not want a pen pal. We don't want a texting pal. We quite frankly don't care if you text us all day or if you don't text us at all. If you're not going to make a plan to actually see us in person, not interested.
Pause that.
And if you do have a woman out there that
what
just
she's
wants to be
saying
your
that
pen pal,
she
it's
want-
probably because she...
Pause it. Yeah. She wants y'all to come to her house and worship her.
Yes.
And do it now, and don't waste any time, because I'm 30 years old. Like, I'm reading between the lines. It's like, you better hurry up, because clock is ticking for me.
And the
it's all-
text ain't working.
That's what this video is getting at. She needs you there now to put the
Worship
bun in
her.
the oven and get a move on.
Well, she's probably been doing that for years. This guy I don't like too much, so I'm just gonna text him and just be cool with him. But I'm never gonna. She's probably been doing that for years.
I thought millennials was into texting and all that. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. I mean, they do love it, but
Apparently.
But now every guy that goes to her, she's like, "Why aren't you being a man and make some plans?"
she's probably been dealing with some slut makers. I bet that's another one of the issues.
Interesting. I hope I can interview her about
She's all
this.
like, I hate when women. She's like, dude.
Oh, yeah.
You
It's
haven't,
like,
you haven't
mama.
scratched the
God.
surface yet. There's so
Yeah.
much in here.
I know. Let's
God.
hear a little bit more, then we got to move on.
Yeah.
And then I'll put my little 2 cents. Go ahead.
He has a boyfriend or a husband or a wife or whatever. We don't want a pen pal. But that also leads me to my second point. This is gonna be backwards for you guys. Make plans. Make a plan. Do not assume that you can text somebody randomly in the middle of the day, what are you doing? Or text them at midnight or 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. or even just within hours of when you actually want to see them and think that they're going to be available. I personally, once I get home and I take my makeup off and I'm watching TV, I'm no longer interested. So if you didn't make a plan earlier in the day, or better yet, a day or 2 or 3 in advance, I'm not interested. I don't want to hang out anymore because that ship has sailed. Make a plan. I want to hang out with you at this time. It doesn't have to even be a date. I want to see you at this time. Are you free at this time? Or when are you free? I will accommodate my schedule to see you. When are you free? I want to see you. I know it's not rocket science, but men of 2020, it seems like it's pretty difficult for you to figure out. And I'm not a feminist, so please don't take this as a feminist rant. I love men. I think men are great. I think men have failed themselves, and they failed us. And I'm just trying to help you out, because I think there are a lot of really great guys out there who need a little help. And I don't think that there are a lot of women that are stepping up and saying these things and not FaceTime me, I swear to God. Quite frankly, I don't think that there are a lot of women that aren't raging feminists that don't look like Lena Dunham. They're saying these things to you.
Oh, right here.
So I'm going to go ahead and say them because they need to be said. I am really so sick of my friends having to deal with trash men. I am tired of dealing with trash men, so I'm going to help you out. Make plans. So let's go through these lists again because I know y'all love a list. Number 1, are you single? Number 2, make a plan. Nobody wants a pen pal. We want to actually see you. If not, don't text us because it's a waste of our time and we don't want to see it on our phones. Got it? All right. Next thing. Value. Okay? Value. Take that in. Just repeat it to yourself until it makes sense.
What does that mean?
Okay. If you want to date a girl that has nothing going on, then that's fine. But please do not mix in people like me and my friends who have something going on with your other girls that have nothing going on. And by nothing going on, I mean this. There is no job that is unimportant. There is no job that's not valuable or that's not worthy. It is. But if you want to mix in people like me and people like my friends who are go-getters, who work really hard, who make their own money, who are talented, skilled, ambitious, please don't mix us in with the Tatianas. We don't want to be there. If that's what you want, find them.
Yeah.
Please, for the love of God, do not mix us in with them because we don't.
No, that's where I want to come in.
Yeah.
That's the whole problem right there.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
What's
it.
a Tatiana, by the way?
Tatiana.
It's like
Okay, wait. We got to
go
unpack this for.
Okay.
You know the name Tatiana? There's a name for a girl. Tatiana.
Okay. Yeah, I
You
heard
know what a
it.
thought is? THOT?
A slut.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
So Tatiana is what they put together.
Oh. Oh, I got it.
Tatiana.
Yo, Chris, what you think about that? What you just said.
I mean, what she just said to me, she really laid out the opposite of what a perfect woman is. So if you just took everything that she said, everything negative that she said was about women.
Yeah.
If you want a girl that has nothing going on, I do want that.
I know.
I do want a girl that has nothing going on.
Yeah.
And then she started to say things like, again, that educated women are good, successful women are good, yada, yada, yada.
Go-getters.
That's the go-getters. That's the opposite. I don't want any of that.
That's right.
I'm not trying to date a man here.
I know.
Like,
That's the point I want. What she doesn't realize, and I've said it before, that men don't, that women who are educated into themselves like that, they don't make for good wives and good mothers. So men don't naturally want those kind of women. And yes, men would take those kind of to have sex with them and make them pay for everything, whatever, right? But men naturally want women that are not on an ego trip like that. They don't want these kind of women. So this woman, somebody need to tell her, they don't want you because you don't make for a good mother and a good wife and a good mother. And she doesn't seem to understand that. And it's her education that's driving men away, her ego trip of being a political commentary and all that. No man want that for a wife.
right.
That won't make a good mother.
And people
She doesn't understand that.
Exactly. But people are telling her this. And this is the thing, is she's not getting it because she's strung out on her ego, because she knows that that's the case. That's why she's so mad. Is because all these guys don't want her, but then instead of just saying
Or her friends.
and instead of just saying, oh, maybe it's us, let's just put the blame
On them. Yeah.
because then she'll have to lose her job. Then she'll have to learn how to cook. I don't know if she does or not, but she'll have to do those womanly duties. But that takes, getting rid of your ego and all that stuff you worked for, letting it go. So she's not gonna, she's a woman.
You could learn a thing or two from Tatiana.
As a matter of fact, I don't think women understand because of their mindset that men don't kind of women are turn-offs.
Big time.
They don't want some woman to think she's smart and she ambitious and she got. Don't matter what that. Men want women that want to be wise, be mothers, be home, and let their order work. Yeah.
Make girls sweet again.
She got the wrong impression about Tatiana. Whoever that is.
I mean, it's no wonder she's having problems with men, because she thinks that these are the types of men that she should be dating.
Right.
That want women like that, like competing with the man.
James said that she set herself up to be alone and miserable.
She needs a mountain man to kidnap her.
I got to take some calls when I come back and let my experts respond to you. Back in a moment. I just want to say that to Tomi Lahren, you are your own problem, and you don't realize it. Men do not want women who are into education like that and trying to be go-getters and all of that stuff. That's not what men naturally want. Men are looking for women who want to be a woman, who want to be a wife, who want to be a mother, and not in competition, not on an ego trip. And so the reason that you're having these problems, you and your friends are having these problems, is because of you, Tomi Lahren, not the men. And if you do get with a man, just know, because these guys are telling me that you're pretty. Y'all think she's pretty, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
right?
pretty.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's pretty.
Okay. When they look at you, all they're thinking is sex. Then they're not thinking, I want to marry this one. I want this one to be my wife and the mother to my children. They don't feel that way, Tommy. And you seem like a nice lady, but you need to get over your ego, you and your little friends. Nobody care how pretty, educated, smart, go-getter you are. That's a turn-off. So you and your friends are the problem. I've said to men over and over again, do not marry an educated woman. She doesn't make for a good wife or a good mother. It's just the way it is. Women don't realize inside of men, they are men because God made it that way. They can't help but want what's there, right? So they want women who are ready to be a woman, not in competition. So Tommy, you seem like a nice lady. I would suggest you drop your ego. Because I hear that you're getting old, you probably want to have a family. Do it quick, Tommy. Overcome the ego and become a lady, and you'll find a good husband. And you'll find a man that will have sex with you and that will take your money, that will say, oh, yeah, I want a smart woman. You know how men say that sometimes? They're just saying that because that's what you want to hear, because they have a hidden agenda. I hear a lot of women say, you told me you love me. And the man was, I just said it because I wanted sex. I didn't really love you. Mm-hmm. So men will say whatever you need to hear in order to get the sex, but they ain't going to marry you. So I wish you well, Tommy. But you sound like somebody have really disappointed you. But it's you and your friends. Y'all got to come back to reality. And your mama is giving you wrong advice. Ask your daddy. Hopefully he would tell you. You guys keep typing over my four.
It's not us, James.
That's happened before.
What
that happens sometimes.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's not them, James.
That's accusations.
Yeah.
James.
Satan is your daddy.
James.
It's a weird glitch. It makes.
Oh, okay.
It pisses me
It's
off
not
too.
them, James. James said, never happened before. That started before they started working here.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, anyway, any advice for Tommy, Joel?
Yeah, I for all women, you shouldn't be working in the workforce unless you have to. But all this education and trying to be a strong woman and trying to be successful, that talk is just insane. So you shouldn't even be in those positions.
Nick,
Thank you.
my producer.
Tommy, it's interesting how you seek all these things, but it's not making you happy.
Yeah.
And you're not seeing how the way you're speaking about men, it's like, oh, I'm not a feminist, but you're like, they've been beat down by everything, and now on top of that, they don't want an educated woman in that way, not all like ego tripping like that. It's time to let that all go.
I remember guys tried to tell women, we don't want that. We don't want no educated woman. They didn't believe it.
A sweetheart.
Now they into it, and now they're still empty. It's not working. It's not. Women are looking for a love of a father. They're not looking for a degree.
Really, the situation, the conditions are right for her existence, really. It's crazy. But as things keep getting worse.
What do you mean by that?
Like the way men are, the world, the society is built right now, it's like they've been like led into being this way.
Yeah.
These are the fruits of what you're seeing.
You can thank the feminist culture for that.
Right.
Yes. What are your advice for Tommy?
You guys summed it up pretty well. I mean, men and women are not meant to compete with one another, or anything like that. So it's pretty obvious that, as Nick said, all the things that she listed are they're not going to make for a good man or woman, frankly, without, again, the base of it, the natural order of God. So yeah, you gotta look for a godly man, not a worldly man, Tommy.
You're right. All the things that she named about herself and her friends are total turnoffs. We are beautiful. We are smart. We're educated. We are go-getters. Thanks for telling me.
Yeah. Dodge the bullet.
Yeah. Have a good day. Bye now.
I'm telling you, her name is, James said her full name is Tomi Ray Augustus Lahren.
Wow, what a dox.
And
Jeez, James.
Her birthday.
It's today.
Oh,
wow. Happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
She was born. No wonder she's having a fit. She's getting old fast.
Yeah.
Just a few minutes ago, she was 28. Now she's 29.
Happy birthday.
No, she's 28 today,
28.
Okay. According to Wikipedia. Jay is a first-time caller out of New York. Hey, Jay, happy Men History Month.
Hey, Jesse, how's it going?
All is well, sir. How you?
I'm doing well, since no man is good, right?
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was calling in defense of Tomi Lahren, saying that I think she's asking men to stand up and be stronger. She's not. I mean, you would even say that there's a lot of weak men out there.
Absolutely.
The majority.
Yeah.
The majority of men are weak, so how is she going to find a good man? By bringing herself down.
What do you think about what he said?
I think she's partly right in when she's saying that men are weak and they're not dealing with her properly. But I think it's also mostly it's her not being able to see clearly on, how to deal with herself, because there's beta men who are going to talk to her and they're going to be weak. And then there's strong men who are going to talk to her and try to put her in her place, and she's going to deny that too. So it's her ego that she has to get over.
James said, "LOL, beta."
You can also say that she can say what she's going to say, but she can never diminish your manhood. So as long as you never let her do that, you're always going to be the man.
Right.
But I think the point here is that she's trying to teach men and tell men this is what's going wrong, and so follow my advice on how to be better. But that's a huge mistake. Don't listen to her. She's leading you down the wrong way.
I think that's sorry to interrupt, but I think that's a brave stance to take, because there's not a lot of people out there educating men. There's very, very few.
And so you want to listen to her education.
She's the wrong one to do it, though.
But she's not educating. She's not educating men. She's telling men what to do.
Yeah.
And I mean, again, like you shouldn't.
If anything, she's creating the awareness. But maybe she's not the right one to be educating men, but at least she's creating that awareness.
No, she's not, because she's telling men that they should want educated women. They should want the woman because she's pretty, and because they're successful. She said those exact things.
Let me just say this, Jay. Let me say this first, then I'll let you respond. First of all, I got to correct something. Joel James is laughing because you called Jay Beta.
I didn't.
He wasn't calling you Beta. Jay, what Tomi Lahren is saying, me and my friends are wonderful. My friends and I are wonderful. We're smart. We're go-getter. So want me. Don't want the women who are not like me. Want us. But what she doesn't realize, I don't care how strong you are as a man, men don't want those kind of women. They don't want women who are educated, ego-driven, go-getters, because they don't make for good wives and good mothers. So it's not a natural draw for men.
Well, what about a good partner? I mean, if you're married to a woman for your whole life, wouldn't you want to at least have someone you can have a conversation with?
What do you mean? You mean like another man? When you say partner, wife. Okay.
Okay. So your wife.
I thought when you said partner, I thought you meant man.
All right. So let's say you have your wife, right? She's your life partner, essentially. She's your wife.
Stop saying that.
What if you're dealing with an educated person and you're trying to have a conversation, and everything she's saying, so what? You're gonna be sitting there with someone who's dumb as rocks?
I know what you're saying. I've heard that before. You're never going to be able to have a real conversation with a woman like Tomi Lahren, but you will have a real conversation with an uneducated woman, because she's going to be real with you. She's not going to be on an ego trip. She's not going to pretend that she's smarter than you. So you're more likely to have a real conversation with a woman like that. You would never have a real conversation with women like Tomi Lahren.
Well, the woman said once she takes off her makeup, don't call me after that.
And her armor, her shield.
And also, I mean, like Jesse said, the conversations that you'll have with your wife will be about marital things, about husband and wife dealings. I don't want to be sitting there with my wife talking about the State Department and the presidential election and things like that. Hey, can I get your take on foreign affairs at the moment?
Why not? Why not?
Because I don't want to talk to women about that stuff.
How old are you, Jay?
They don't know anything about that.
I'm 35.
Would you ever marry an educated woman?
Absolutely.
And why?
He's married to one now.
Are you married now, Jay?
No, I'm not.
I was guessing.
I'm with one. I'm very of the world in your eyes. I'm with her. I'm living with her. I got a child.
Well, no wonder.
But we are gonna get married.
No, don't marry her, Jay. She's not gonna make for a good wife. She's gonna run all over you. Yeah, Beta. Don't do it, Jay.
No, I can't. It's too late. I'm committed to her and the child. So
you have a child with her?
Yeah, a beautiful child.
Man. Oh, Jay.
I have a son.
She's gonna destroy your son and you.
I won't let her.
You can't help it. You're doing it the wrong way, man. It can't get right.
Why not?
Because you're with her in hell right now. So if you marry her, you're marrying her in hell, and there's nothing God can do to help you.
So then how do you change it?
You move out or have her move away. I don't know if you moved into her place or she moved into yours, but you get away from her. You still date her if you want, but no sex for a couple of years so you can see if this is the real woman for you. It's not going to work the other way, Jay.
Well, I beg to differ, and I disagree, because it is working.
It's not working, Jay. You're baited with her right now.
I don't feel like I'm in hell.
But you are in hell. Try to stand up. You'll see.
Oh, I stand up all the time.
No, try to stand up to her, Jay. You'll see. Okay, here's what I challenge you to do. Stop having sex until you get married.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I rest my case.
But there's not.
I rest my case. You remind me of the rich young ruler. He went over to Christ and said, Christ, I made all this money. I'm living with this woman. She's very smart, bright, a go-getter. I got a child with her. What can I do to follow you? Christ said, give up all you have and follow me. He said, nah, well, I'm sorry, I can't do that.
Well,
I'm telling you to give up what you have and follow Christ. Do it the right way.
What if I'm not a follower of Christ?
You're not. For sure you're not right now. Not if I'm not. You're not. But if you want your son to have a better life than what you're having right now, you should be a perfect example, and you're not that example.
Well, I mean, maybe I'm not as faithful as you are.
Right.
And I'm paying for that, and I won't learn that in this life.
But you should want to. You have a son.
But I feel happy.
But it's not about happiness. It's about having peace.
I feel very peaceful.
No, because you're being a beta with your girlfriend. That's why. You're not standing up. You're doing everything wrong. But if you stood up to her, if you did the right thing, all hell would come out. I guarantee your little happiness would go out the window so fast it make you dizzy.
Well, it just doesn't make logical sense to when we're building something.
You're not building anything, Jay. It's God over Christ, Christ over man, man over woman. Right now, the woman is over you.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's two different schools of thought, you know.
No,
obviously.
Jay, there's two different realities, one in hell and one in heaven. You need to come into heaven.
So I'm being okay. So where does that leave me? I agree with a lot of what you say.
Right.
But right now I feel like a child of the lie.
Right.
But if I'm not believing that, if I'm not feeling what you're saying, if I'm not living exactly to the right T, where does that leave a person?
You just have to suffer. You're going to suffer and die. And maybe your suffering will cause you to do it the right way. Because if you can't listen to the truth and just overcome it that way, then you just have to suffer. You will suffer, your son will suffer, and she will suffer. And you're suffering right now. But
isn't all life suffering?
No. Life is amazing when you do it the right way, man. The burdens are light, the way is easy. I'm telling you as a living witness.
Well, I feel great.
Only because you've been a beta, awesome. Jay. You ain't doing nothing.
Call it what you will. But
Jay, call me again. I gotta take a break, but I'm over. The show is over. Call me again, okay?
All right, that was amazing.
Amazing, Jay. I appreciate your call, man. But Tommy, men don't want educated women. They're on an ego trip. It doesn't work. So I'm out of time. I'll do the super chats and D-Live tomorrow. I'm sorry about that. You saw what happened. I blame them, my experts.
Excuses.
I blame Tomi Lahren.
Oh, that's fine.
So I'm out of time. The Hake Report is coming up next. TheHakeReport.com. Amazing. And don't forget to like, follow, tweet, subscribe, and share the Jesse Lee Peterson radio show, folks. We really appreciate it. We are at war. It is a spiritual battle for the soul of America. And it's going to take all of us to do it.